Hey everyone, welcome back to another weekly episode of AP Expedition. I appreciate all you guys for tuning back in, and today we're going to do a video that I have been wanting to do for a while. I'm going to formally introduce you all to my Suzuki V-Strom 650. So one of my favorite things about this bike, and probably the main reason I bought it, is because this is, to me, like a big V-twin dirt bike. It's not a powerhouse of a bike, but it's a V-twin adventure bike, and that's something I love. I've always loved the sounds of these bikes. Yes, my dad, he's got one of these. He's got a 650 V-Strom. Before that, he had a 1000. He loved his 650, and he loved his 1000. So that had a little part in to do with why I got mine. But I've ridden GS's, I've ridden a multi-strada, and I love the whole adventure category of motorcycles. Anytime I see a sport tour or an adventure bike, I'd love to see someone out. It really doesn't matter what you ride, but this is what I really liked, and this is why I got it. One of the main things is the motor that these bikes feature is a V-twin power plant, and it's a 650. I preferred the 650 because lower weight. I'm not that big of a dude, but it's got plenty of power to buzz down the freeway on a big trip loaded down, or on a trail somewhere. It's not too much power. It's fuel injected. It's 4-stroke, 4-valve, 90-degree V-twin. Very similar to Ducati's 950 motor that they put in the 950 multi-stradas. I love this, especially with a nice exhaust. This bike has a Two Brothers Black Series carbon exhaust, and I absolutely love it. The sound, power plant, overall feel, main reason why I love my Suzuki V-Strom. And yes, I've got mine kitted out more for a adventure bike. This bike really excels as a sport touring bike as well. It's not only a bike that you can do strictly road use on, but you can do trail use. I typically stay on like fire road stuff. I've never had this bike sunk deep in water, but trust me, as many of you know who are either V-Strom owners or adventure guys, you can look up on the internet plenty of people who have got these things up in the handlebar deep water. I do not recommend that, but I'm also not strictly an off-road rider. I'm coming from more of a sport touring, sport riding style, and this is my first adventure bike, and I feel like it has all of the features that I could ever ask for in an adventure bike. It gets me down the road, gets me point A and point B, and it's kind of the point of getting out sometimes. All right, gonna do a quick walk around on my bike, show you some of the features that are on it that I haven't shown you in any other videos. We'll go front to back of the bike here, starting with the tires. These are the Shinko 805 Adventure Trails. They look super knobby. They handle great on the street. They have a great street feel and a pretty solid off-road feel. Also, something to note, fellow V-Strom owners will understand this. I don't know if this is just a 650 thing or if this is a second/third gen thing, but the handling and feel of this bike really benefits from having a fork brace. This is the Adventure Tech fork brace that I've got on mine. You can also notice the radiator guard that I put on. That's my first video up on YouTube. You can check that out for the full install of that. You can see we've got our bash bars on here. I've also got a SW Motec skid plate, which I love the look of that. It's really burly. It's frankly got a lot of bolts and stuff, but hey, it's on there and it can handle the abuse, and also protect your very vulnerable oil filter location, and protect your exhaust motor, anything else you want to throw at it. It's also got areas where it's easy to clean. It doesn't hug the motor too closely, but you can also clean inside and out very well, easily accessible. I've also got a Nautilus air horn, something that I love having out on the road. It's not a dinky little horn people definitely notice you. People just honestly don't look for motorcycles half the time when they're out driving. And with as many distractions as we have on the road nowadays, a nice loud horn on the motorcycle is what you want. Moving upward on the bike, still staying towards the front, this is my Puge Adventure Touring windscreen that I installed. I do have the install video up on my channel for this. I love the look, the aggressive look, more modern look that this windscreen provides. And it also performs great. It curves the wind exactly where I need it to hit on my helmet and just above it. And it's great on the highway and in the back roads. Also, we've got our hand guards here. We've got Pro Taper handlebars, got our mirror risers, ram mount on this, and I'm looking forward to getting the fold away ones, or the almost ram mount style mirrors, so that we can, you know, in the event of a tip over or you need to fold your mirrors in for whatever, you can do that a lot easier. You can see I've got drilled and shortened FT-RT levers on the bike. They feel great and they fit well within the hand guards that I've got on the bike. We've also got our ram mount and phone charger, easily accessible, not in the way. You can move it around. Got my Cortec tank bag, had that thing for a while. Some of you fellow V-Strom owners may notice this isn't the stock seat. I actually swapped to a gel seat, and it is leather wrapped. I like the stitching on it because it looks more like a stock seat, but it has a gel insert on it. Now moving on, you'll also notice I have the Suzuki aluminum boxes with the top case on the bike. I really love these because when you don't have anything in them, they don't weigh anything. Most of the time when I'm just going on a short ride, I just have the top case because it fits a full-size helmet in it. The side cases do not fit a full-size helmet, but it's more than enough to put extra gear or anything you're gonna take with you on a big trip, and you can have it enclosed. It's watertight, and they're really strong, beefy cases. I mean, in the event of a tip over, yeah, you could dent them up, but I mean, it's an adventure bike. Thankfully, I've managed to keep mine really nice and in good shape. All right, so before we move on any further with this overview, I'm gonna go ahead and put the bike on center stand and take the cases off so you guys can see what it looks like without it. All right, so this is our full-on stripped down look. I think it's still a pretty sporty looking bike, especially for being 2013. And so we'll just pick up where we left off. This is the SW Motec center stand that I have on the bike. And you can see why it makes doing rear wheel maintenance a whole lot easier, because it gets that rear wheel up in the air. And if you've never had a bike with a center stand and then you get one, you're like, wow, this is really practical. But not everyone wants them for off-road use and such, because they can hang on things and such. I'm not doing that aggressive in off-road right now, but you know, we'll see in the long run. And I'm on uneven ground. The bike is, you know, stable, but I'm on uneven ground, so the wheel in the shop, you know, is a lot higher off the ground than, you know, what it is sitting here. You can see that Two Brothers Carbon Black Series exhaust a whole lot better without that case. I don't think it's overly obnoxious of a pipe. You know, you got plenty of back pressure and such. If it is too loud, you can't fit a baffle in. I've also got this nice looking rack that comes with the top case. Here's a better look of the chain drive that we got. This is one of the OEM chain guards, I believe. Somehow I ended up with the plastic one. I guess this is the OEM one. My dad's bike has this really cool aluminum one that says V-Strom on the side. Definitely gonna have to get me one of those. So I don't know if that was a factory option or not. You guys can drop them below in the comments if you know. All right, we'll do a quick little sound bit of the Two Brothers exhaust. So that's gonna do it for today's video. So I really appreciate you all tuning in. Hey, if you liked it, or if you like V-Stroms, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments about this V-Strom or any of the upgrades that I showed you in today's video, please drop them below. I'll take a look at them. Most importantly, guys, please subscribe. I love being able to share these cool toys with you and adventures I have coming up with you all. It definitely keeps me motivated, gives me something to do, and I love my following. And I appreciate you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. So we'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, enjoy the ride, peace.